Yeah, I thought Arkansas was fantastic. I thought they came out and they played a great game. I don't know the last time we hit zero, and that all credit goes to them. They served us really tough. They played great defense. They're scoring from everywhere. Their outsides are excellent. Jason does a great job with their program. They're really well coached. So I think that was a great win for us. Love the environment again. Everybody brought it, and undefeated at home this year. That's a first and 15-match win streak, which is the longest in Oregon history. And I can't think of a better way for the seniors to play their last home game than what they just had there, and I'm just so happy for them.
Yeah, Matt, what was the difference between that first set, which you guys lost, and then just kind of picking it up and sweeping it out from there?
Yeah, I think we made a lot of interesting choices, I thought. Kind of like you're trying to do too much. I don't think we played our game very well. I thought we were it was like imposter. We weren't us. So I think we had to get back to that. Mimi, that was probably her worst set of volleyball since she showed up on campus. And she's a big part of us, and she's going to have those games. And I love seeing her bounce back after that, and I love seeing Hannah start going to her more. I thought she shied away from her when she needed, I think, get her the ball more, and she got into a rhythm that was big. And then I thought, Gloria's blocking. Their outsides are excellent. They have two very good lefts, and I thought Gloria started touching a lot of things and got in their head, and we started picking up some balls on defense, and our serving picked up. So a lot of things, but I thought they were great. We were not very good in the first set, and then we started to figure it out.
Can you talk about that, just trying to be impactful in the block, and did you start to get a sense that you were impacting them in the way they were trying to do things as the match progressed?
Yeah, I think it's like what Matt said in the first set, just a little late, a little undisciplined. So into the next sets, I was really focused on just trying to stop the ball. We have a great floor defense, and so just trusting them, doing my job.
I thought their outside did a really nice job of kind of tooling the block a lot. So when they did that, you obviously came back and were able to put up a strong block, played great defense around them. But when those moments were tough in the huddle as a team, what were you guys talking about to kind of keep your head high and be able to bounce back?
Me? I would say, this is a very experienced group. And I think we did some things that were uncharacteristic. We weren't executing technically as well as we'd like to. I thought our hands were just laid on the block a lot. Some of that is the speed of the offense that they're running, which is, was pretty quick outside. But both of their outsides have really quick arms. So I think it just caught us a lot. We were just a little late with our hands. So just trying to make that technical change with both Hannah and Gloria. And I thought they both did an excellent job with that. So just talking, pretty calm. I may have raised my voice one time, but other than that, I think it was pretty calm. We're just trying to make some technical changes.
My numbers were right. I think you and Mimi had 6 kills, 8 errors in the first set. 28 kills, 4 errors the rest of the way. We've talked all year about how deep you guys are and how many weapons you have, but also, you guys are the leading hitters. Was there a sense, hey, we gotta start carrying our weight here?
I think for me personally, those errors came from trying to do too much in the worst opportunities. I think I was scoring very well, but then I would just, when it's not a good opportunity, it's out of system ball, I'm off balance, I'm trying to hit the ball really hard, and it gets in the block, and I get stuffed. So it's just not the best option. I think I started trying to do too much when and make up for too much when I just need to do my job better. And Mimi, I would say the same for her. I think she just needed to get some nerves out, and then you saw her get in a rhythm, and she's Mimi Collier again. But for us, yeah, it's just making better decisions in those tough times.
What about that fourth set? Can you just talk about the sense of, obviously you guys closed it out strong. Could you feel it during that fourth set that you guys are going to put it into it?
Mm-hmm. Everyone was just doing their job very well. Again, like I was saying, we're not trying to do other people things. We're not trying to take other balls. We're not trying to block other people's balls. We're not trying to block the ball when we shouldn't be blocking the ball. But I just think we are all just really, really steady. I think the nerves were out by then. I think we found our rhythm, and like Matt was saying, we just played Oregon volleyball better at the end.
Glow, over the last 3 sets, I thought my notes were right. They called timeouts 6 different times to break up runs of yours, and 5 times you guys scored the next point. To me, that just seems impressive. That, they're obviously trying to break momentum, and you kept it going through that break. Just what was the sense of how much momentum you had and why you were able to keep it going through those stoppages?
Yeah, I think it's like what Brooke said. Everyone was just doing their job. We were, we had them down in a rut, and no one wants to be the one to let them out of it. So, I'm going to be aggressive with my hands, and then I know everyone behind me is going to be doing the same thing, aggressive in their job. And, that's what builds points and builds momentum. And then now we're playing Oregon volleyball, and it's just fun.
Matt, can you talk about going forward from here? Obviously, this weekend you guys were expected to come out of it. You were the favorites to come out of it, but going forward, probably not the same vibe going into next week. And what's your confidence level with this team going into next weekend?
We've been really consistent all year. And I think we played at a high level all year. Doesn't mean we don't have dips or we have bad sets or bad moments, but I think for the most part, this group is just very focused and very matter of fact in every point. And that's all it is for us. We just, you got to execute. You really got to play with major intensity. Nebraska is a very good team. Going to Louisville, again, in the preseason, we scheduled to go to the East Coast on purpose. And just get used to that. And you going and playing at Minnesota and playing some of the big schools, that the whole reason for that is now. So that if we're fortunate enough to go play Louisville on that time zone against those types of teams, and then Omaha back to back, that we've done it before. It's not something new that's new for us. So, I think we've prepared ourselves the best we can. This group needs to just absolutely believe in themselves and trust that they're very good. And let's see what happens. But go play our game, and we need to just stay aggressive and do what we do.
That was on Colby yesterday, Chiari and Colby today. Did you get out of that kind of rotation, that pairing, almost it felt like what you wanted?
Yeah, again, this is the first time that Carson, Chiari, and Colby are all healthy at the same time. Reagan's still out, but Carson wasn't feeling well today, and I thought she was doing fine, but I just thought we need some more energy, and Chiari's pretty good to just be sitting there, as you saw, so, kind of made that change, and then wanted to get Colby in that M1 spot, so we dialed that after the first. I think that was the right move, and Chiari was awesome. That was huge for us. Colby was great yesterday. Colby did a great job again today, but they were definitely the two that we needed today, and and Carson handles it well. She's a great leader. I know she wants to be out there, but I love the interaction she has with her teammates and how she supports them so that they can come through and we can have this win.
Looking back at the loss in last year's tournament to now, after losing that first set, being able to come back and just really bring it in the fourth, just how much, I guess this is a question for all of you, just how much has this team grown in a year?
Take it.
I can start. I think this team is just we're really going for it. I think since we started from preseason to now, we've just been so focused, and we have a board with all our goals, and we have all the games set up, and we're crossing them off one by one. So yeah, we've just been really disciplined and been grinding the whole season. And I think that's made us confident in each other. And so now it's not we don't care who we're playing or who's across the net. It's kind of just about us.
Mm-hmm. We have so many weapons on this team, defensive, offensive. Our serving got better as the match went on. I just think it makes all the difference in the world to have so many different weapons. The other team really can't scout and stack on one player with this team because we'll just have another player do well on their job. So if one thing opens up for one person, they're going to take advantage of it. I just think, like Glo was saying, our culture is so strong from 1 to 16, and including our coaching staff. So, you see it in our eyes in this tournament every single time.
You said going in, the gritty teams go the farthest. When you've already dropped a set and you go down 5-0 in the third, you feel like you guys had to prove yourselves in that regard?
We're always gritty. I never doubt that. I never think we're gonna lose with this team because I look at each other's eyes and everyone is just on the same page. Even when we weren't playing very good in the first set, I wasn't worried going into the second set. I had faith that Mimi would bounce back as she did, and because they always do. They always just find a way, and that's what grittiness is. So if we keep that up in the tournament, which I know we will, I think we can find success.
So Hannah went on an 8-0 serving run in the second set. So was that the momentum switch for you guys that you guys needed, or was it another point threat?
I'm a big fan of that. That was really good. We really they're a good passing team. I think all three of their passes are very good. It's hard. A lot of times there's one person or some rotation where you can get after them, and that's not the case with them. So you really have to execute a high-level serve to get them uncomfortable. And Hannah went back there, and she did that. And I think, just a little doubt. Just putting a little pressure on them, getting a little doubt, just making them not as confident. At the beginning, they could do no wrong, right? And so you just want them to doubt a little bit, and then we get a little bit of momentum. We get the good feeling, and then we start going. So, yeah, that was huge for Hannah. I thought Elisa Guy was amazing. Big scoring runs time and time again. So I think we had a few people that went back there and did that, but Hannah started that off, yep.
Maybe Glo and then Brooke, just the emotions of today, knowing this is going to be it, playing here. Did it bubble up much? Did you have to fight that much? Were you able to kind of keep it in the back of your mind and not let it become your focus?
Yeah, we reminded each other that before the match. We're like, wow, this is our last game in the MK. But I feel like that was perfect. It was never a pressure or anything. We're just celebrating that and enjoying that. I feel like this team has worked so hard, and I feel like I say this a lot, but this is everything you could want from a collegiate career. And so, yeah, it was fun, and it was just amazing. You know, we had a great time, and 14-0 at home, so I say it's successful.
In the fourth set, I definitely took a deep breath and listening to all the students cheer and the community just coming in and just taking in everything that Eugene has brought this year. And so definitely had to hold it in a little bit in the fourth. But I went up to Glow, I think, set point, and I was like, let's go. Let's finish, you know. And so couldn't have asked for a better way to finish.
Oh, I have one more, sorry. Knowing that, you know, you had the fans behind you tonight, that probably helped you guys come back and get the win. Knowing that you're going to be going on the road this next week, if there's anything in practice that's going to help you be prepared to have that little bit of push, not have MK behind you, what would that thing in practice be maybe?
Getting healthier. Yeah, I thought we really battled the last 2 matches. We weren't feeling very good in a few different positions. So I'm proud of them, you know, for how much they want it. I won't divulge any information, but if I could, you guys would be really impressed by their character. You know, so I think if we could have a few days of rest, I think that'll help us a lot. Again, they're tested. They've been on the road. They know what it's about. So now we just got to go perform. But if we get feeling better, I like our chances.